you see that coming at all? Because everything, as Sony said, was going so well up to 45, 50 minutes.
No, I definitely didn't see that coming. And the things we talked about at half time, which was to be composed and be patient if we get more opportunities in the 22. We actually did that, and we scored our third try. And we focused a lot on our discipline in terms of making sure we weren't getting away cheap penalties, which had been the case in the first half. And that's what happened again. And obviously tougher for us when we were a man down. I thought Argentina's bench made a huge impact in the game. The momentum went back in their favour. We did wrestle it back for a few minutes, but not long enough to get the win.
Gregor, Finn Russell showed some brilliance in the first half, and then it was arguably a loose pass from him that caused a massive momentum shift. But you have to accept that that's what he's like as a player. He can be brilliant, and sometimes he can cost your team points.
He's a brilliant player for us, and a lot of the positive rugby we were playing, he's conducting that. I thought the forwards were outstanding with their running lines off him, and to get to 21-0 against the top quality team, Finn's a big part of that. I think such a huge momentum swing, which is sometimes it happens. Sometimes you make an error and nothing happens from it. It's come to the opposition, but for it to flip the field and us to lose a yellow card, it was obviously very costly, and that's down to actions of others as well that we got the yellow card, and through very good play by Argentina.
There was a huge momentum shift in Cardiff last year's Six Nations. So a worry you kind of hung on then. Is there a worry that this team's not learning the lesson of being able to regather the kind of momentum in a game?
Well, today, yes. We've had a few games since that one in Cardiff, and we did regather the momentum, and we won that game. So, yeah, I think that international rugby is about momentum. Like last week, we were 17-0 down and got to 17-all, and disappointed that we didn't kick on. And that's especially when you're playing the top teams. They're going to have moments. They had a lot of moments in the first half, and we defended very well. To have 0 against the quality side like Argentina showed we were capable of doing that, but in the final 30 minutes that wasn't the case, and we'll be looking closely at how what we can do as coaches. Could we have done anything differently with whether it's during the week or changes off the bench, and then obviously as Sione says, how we can improve as a playing group.
I'm sure there is still a mental fragility among the squad.
No, and I don't think there was before. I think it's being able to handle situations as they come, and collectively and individually we have to do better.
Gregor, Argentina left some of their better players on the bench today. England did that yesterday as well. Obviously South Africa have done it. Is this something that you might look at now with what's happened today and what has happened previously in terms of mixing up selection a little bit so that you don't be so exposed in the last 20?
Could be an option. I think we're seeing the impact of benches in games, and I think it was obviously the right time for the Argentina bench to come on when they were trailing, and they threw everything at us and they were a man up. But those guys on the bench were outstanding, and I thought some of the starters played very well in that final 20 minutes too.
It wasn't clicking for them for 55 minutes. Did you feel that almost you could have been further ahead than 21-0? Given that they were missing kicks to touch, the passes weren't sticking, and they were sort of there for the taking.
We could have been. I think we had 2 pretty good opportunities, but they could have taken more of their chances too. They were in our 22. They missed kicks at goal, so that's just the way rugby is. You're not going to convert 100% your chances. I think at half time we were convert more than they did, and then in the second half it was flipped.
Thank you. All good. Thank you.